Said last week that you have the Epstein files on your desk. When can we see them, and what's taking so long to release them?
I do. Jesse, there are well over, this will make you sick, 200 victims. 200. So we have well over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. But other than that, I think tomorrow, the personal information of victims. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released by my office.
No more speculation, no more delays, and no more games. Pam Bondi just confirmed that the new Epstein flight logs, names, and key evidence are dropping tomorrow. And after years of cover-ups, after years of people telling us that this would never happen, guess what? It's happening. The Epstein files, the blackmail network, the most powerful names in the world. Who's on the list? We're about to find out. And the real question now, will we finally see justice? Or is this just another distraction? Another attempt to control some narrative, another cover-up in disguise? But here's what's different about this episode. This isn't just about who's on the list. This is about what happens after the list drops. Who panics, who disappears, and who goes silent, and who in power will try to bury the fallout. We've had rumors, we've had leaks, and we've had speculation, but now it's official. Pam Bondi, the Attorney General of the United States, just went on Fox News with Jesse and confirmed the Epstein flight logs and names will be released tomorrow. Now, I want to make this very clear. This isn't just some document dump. This is a bombshell moment. We're talking about the flight logs, the records of who traveled on Epstein's jet, the names and the people who were part of this network. And Bondi didn't just confirm it. She made it clear how sick this operation was. Her words.
This will make you sick. 200 victims. 200. So we have well over 250 actually.
It's pretty sick what this man did. And if that's what she's saying before the files even drop, imagine what's coming next. But here's where I'm at with this. This is just the beginning. The real story starts after the files drop. Question is, what happens then and who suddenly disappears? So now I want to sprinkle a little bit of that Aaron Cohen intel sauce so that you guys know what to watch for once these files drop tomorrow. So one, who releases it? Do we get a straight document dump for the public, or does the media get the first look so they can then interpret it for us? Because if we don't get the access immediately, that's a red flag. I suspect we're going to get the immediate public access, given the way Doge and Musk and the Trump administration has been putting out information super transparently. Two, my next question is going to be what's missing. The big names are suddenly not included, or we only see mid-level players. That tells me that this is more of a controlled release. It's designed to make it look transparent while protecting the real power players. However, I'm going to say this. If there's bad people on that list, regardless of their level, my contention is that they're going to get put out there. Three, do we see immediate legal action, or how quick does that legal action go into effect? If these files come out and we don't see subpoenas or criminal investigations within days, then we know we're still dealing with somewhat of a rigged system here. Four, and this one's a big one, watch how fast the media tries to move on. And if this isn't the biggest story in the world for the next month, then you already know they're trying to bury it. So here's where I'm at with this. If this list is real, which I believe it could be, this isn't just a document drop. It's a crisis for the most powerful people in the world. And the way they react is going to tell you everything. Watch the psychology of how this all unravels. So the question then becomes, when we start seeing Hollywood actors putting out apology statements, are some billionaires suddenly resigning from their companies? Are politicians going to start getting quiet? This episode of the Aaron Cohen Show is brought to you by Merkava Coffee. This is the official coffee of the Aaron Cohen show. And when I served in the IDF, coffee wasn't just coffee, it was fuel. And in the special operations world, there were nights with no sleep, missions that stretched for days, and no room for mistakes. Coffee was serious, and it kept us sharp, locked in, and ready to move. And let me tell you something, I still take it seriously. And that's why Merkava Coffee, strong, no nonsense, battle tested, no fluff, no gimmicks, just good, bold coffee for the people who need to be at their best. And if you start your day like I do, like it's a mission, you know why this matters. Hit the link down in the description and grab yourself a triple order and help keep the lights on and support the Aaron Cohen show. Appreciate you guys. Disappearing from the media for a few weeks? Watch for that one. But from the intel side, I really want to dip into the foreign government part of this. If names from British royalty or Middle Eastern elite show up, does that cause international fallout? Does the UK or Saudi Arabia try and suppress information? Because if this list is as explosive as we think it is, we're not just talking about American elites. We're talking about global power players. And that means this thing could get messy very fast. So now I want to talk about how the system is going to fight back. That's a big piece here. And if you think the system is just going to let this one go without anything happening, I can tell you right now, you better think again. They've covered this up before, and they're going to try it again. And what I mean by that is they've buried this story for decades already. FBI had Epstein's files years ago. And what did they do with them? They completely covered it up. The media had the story years ago. And what did they do? Buried. And so I want to hit this part again. How exactly do they fight back? What are we going to see here? First, get ready for the spin. Expect the headlines calling the list not verified, inconclusive, or saying it doesn't mean what people think. Call it a disinformation campaign. That's the new go-to phrase since October 7th after the massacre. And whenever the truth gets too close, go right to that disinformation there. And then watch out for the bigger distractions. And what I mean by that is a sudden crisis. Look out for a political scandal or some kind of massive celebrity meltdown dropping at just the right moment to pull that focus away from the release. I promise you this, the timing won't be a coincidence. And then lastly, if that doesn't work, guess what? People start disappearing. Epstein didn't make it out of jail alive. And if these files are as explosive as we think, don't be surprised if we see sudden accidents for people who try and push too hard. So to my Cohen commandos out there, here's what I want you to think about if these files come out. What's next? Because if these names are real, two things have to follow. One, where's the money? Epstein wasn't just moving people, he was moving money. Who was funding him? Who was paying for the flights? Who was benefiting? All that leads somewhere. And two, where's the security footage? Are we going to see that tomorrow? We know Epstein had cameras everywhere. He was the surveillance king. His private island, his Manhattan townhouse. And if the files are real, the next move is to demand the videos if they don't come out tomorrow, because that's where the real evidence lives. And so if we get the files, the next question needs to be, where's the footage? Because if they buried that, then we're still not seeing the full truth. And that's where I sit with that. So question for Cohen's commandos out there. Let me ask you this. Are we going to see the full list? And who do you think will be on it? And more importantly, who won't be on the list? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. But here's my big one. If the list confirms what we all suspect, should we expect immediate arrests, or will these people still walk free? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. I want to hear from you. Again, like I said earlier, this one isn't just another story. This is the story. And not only that, it's a story they never wanted you to see. And do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Spread this far and wide, because tomorrow, history's being made. Also, if you guys are a fan of the show, do me a favor and help support the show and grab yourself a 3-pack of Merkava coffee, the official coffee of the Aaron Cohen Show. Hit the link down in the description. Order yourself a 3-pack. Helps keep the lights on in the studio and helps me to continue to combat that garbage anti-Israel misinformation and propaganda that's out there. If you guys take your mornings as seriously as I do and treat every morning like it's a mission, then you want to have the right coffee to turn the lights on and get you mission focused. Merkava coffee tastes incredible, but it's also got enough kick to get you going and moving and focused. Hit the link down in the description and grab yourself some commando style Merkava coffee. I promise you, you will love it. It is incredible. I'm Aaron Cohen. You're watching breaking news here on the Aaron Cohen Show, and I'll catch you guys soon on the next one.